everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, the massive renovation of what was the Trans-Texas Theater continues as crews repainted the exterior of the building just ahead of the heavy rains last week. The inside of the theater is also receiving a huge makeover as the seats have been removed and renovations from floor to ceiling are taking place. Reclining seats will be available in some of the areas of the theater, as well as new projection and sound equipment. The theater will also be getting a new name, and owners are seriously leaning toward Bright Star Theater. Crews are said to be working quickly with all of the renovations, which should be finished sometime in November. Prior to the Wildcats football game on Friday, Homecoming Princesses and the Homecoming Queen for 2019 were named. Chosen as Homecoming Court Princesses were Haiti Tellez and Hannah Morrill. Selected as the 2019 Homecoming Queen was Sable Erdmeyer. I had the chance to talk with all of the 13 members of the Homecoming Court last week. And Queen, Sable Erdmeyer, is the daughter of Jessica Young and Chad Swatzel. Sable's favorite activity at Sulphur Springs High School, and it's not even close, is powerlifting. She is the captain for the girls' varsity powerlifting team. She's also a member of the varsity track team and is a varsity cheerleader. Sable says her favorite teacher is career technology education law teacher Demetra Robinson. After high school, Sable plans to be a police dispatcher until she turns 21, and then she wants to become a police officer in Royce City. In sports, the Wildcats and Lady Cats cross-country teams ended up running at a Pine Tree meet Friday instead of going to a Lovejoy meet on Saturday. And we get results from Sulphur Springs cross-country coach Ross Hicks.
We had a little change. We went to Pine Tree on Friday, and we got super lucky. It rained on us as we were leaving, and then about halfway through our drive, it quit, and it didn't start raining on us again. But the course was good and sloppy though, good and wet. But that was okay. The girls started out the day for us, running very well. They tied for first with Nacogdoches, and then it comes down to the sixth place, and so their sixth place was higher, so we ended up finishing second. But we were again led by Sydney Washburn, and then right on her heels was Lainey Hurst, and they both ran very consistently, very well. Then freshman Maddie Bridges was third for us. She ran very well, and she was closely followed by another freshman, Michaela Jimerson, and they was very, very proud of the way they competed. They were ready to go. They didn't let the thought of maybe a delay get them down. They were on the line, ready to go and ready to compete, and that's something that I really, really appreciate about those girls. And then fifth was Kenya Herrera. And she's been battling a few little running related injuries, but she did a good job finishing fifth for us in Pine Tree. So I was very proud of their overall effort and the way that they competed. The guys, they finished seventh. A lot of them actually had some of their better times. We were actually kind of had a little change. We were actually led by sophomore Jose Mejia. He had one of his better races. It wasn't his best race of the season, but he had one of his better races to lead us. And then senior Christian Palomino, who had been our number one runner, had a little bit of a rough week, and so I expect him to be back and ready to go next week, but just not quite his best. But he'll be back and ready, eager to go at Mount Pleasant. Then following him was Camden Fuller. He did a great job for us. He's a junior. And then we had Evan Patrick, who's really stepped up as a sophomore, and Chase Berry, a senior, who stepped into that fifth place scoring position for us. It kind of changes up the order a little bit every week. You never know who's gonna slide in there in those, especially those third, fourth, and fifth spots. We kind of have had a lot of competition in those spots, which drives us to be a little bit faster, and we were improved in those spots this week as opposed to a couple weeks prior. So that's good. We're letting that competition kind of drive us and get us and allow us to get better as we head into our championship part of the season.
Yeah, you mentioned Mount Pleasant, and I think that's a race that they have in connection with our county fair or something, and we always go to that, seem like.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've gone to this one. It's the Titus County Fair is the name of the race. We've gone to this one for many years. It's the same course as our district course, so it's a good. So it's always good to see that course. Our kids know it. Our kids know it well, but then they enjoy it. It's a very flat, very fast course. Nearly all of our kids go there and get their personal best. We just have a great mindset going in. Just as a course that they know and that they can really attack, and has really produced very positive results for us in the past. So I'm looking forward to that here on next Saturday.
And in Mount Pleasant, give us another matchup with them, because there's somebody I'm sure will be right up near the top district time.
Right, yeah, they were there at Pine Tree. The girls have gone back and forth with them. The girls edged them out this week, which is exciting because they finished first in the district last year for the girls' side, so that's very exciting for our girls group. The boys and Mount Pleasant group, they're strong this year. They finished first overall in the meet in Pine Tree. We edged them out for the district championship on the boys' side last year, and I just reiterate to our boys, we're still the district champions until they beat us on that day, and so we're really focused on that, but focused on this week as well, and just getting better in preparation to compete. And when district does roll around, we know that they'll be there, but we know that we'll be ready and as prepared as we can possibly be.
Very good. That's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for watching, and so long, everybody.